Birds. It's Miss Lovelady again, and we are back for another week. I hope you had a happy Easter, and I hope you didn't eat too much chocolate. And we are going to have some listening fun this week. This is a song I think you will recognize. It's called In the Hall of the Mountain King from Peer Gynt. There are two things that I would like for you to listen for. We've been talking about tempo, and tempo is the speed of the beat. How fast, how slow, or how medium the music is played or sung. So if you're in kindergarten and first grade, I would like for you to listen to whether or not the music is getting faster or if the music is getting slower. If you are in second, third, or fourth grade, I would like for you to listen to the dynamics and tell me how the dynamics change. Do you hear a crescendo or do you hear a decrescendo? We are going to have to move to the floor. And let's review a song that we already know. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. That's the most important part. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Let's do that one more time. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. All right, so here's our sequence. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Then we go back to head and shoulders, knees and toes. Now, if we were in the music room, I would start, and then the next person would start, and then the next person, and we'd go all the way around the room until everyone had a chance to go. Since we're at home, if you have more than one person, you could go from youngest to oldest or oldest to youngest, and one person could start, then the next person, and then the next person. But if you're like me and you're here by yourself, then we get to do the whole thing. Here we go. Eyes, ears, mouth, nose. Would like to give a shout out to a couple of people that I've noticed have been finishing their assignments very quickly. So I'd like to give a shout out in 3rd grade to Gabby Sullivan. And in 4th grade to Curtis. Now Curtis, you have been the one that has consistently been turning your work in first. So I thought, what would be fun for Curtis? And I know he likes football. Well, we can't really throw a football inside, but Miss Lovelady loves tennis. So this is where we're going to use the ball that I talked about earlier. So you're going to need your ball in just a minute. But first, we have all talked about form this year. This is a song I think you will recognize. It's called The Wedding March from A Midsummer Night's Dream by Felix Mendelssohn. We have all talked about form. And when we talked about form, we talked about same and different and repetition and contrast. So I want you to listen to just a little bit of this song and tell me how many sections do you hear? Everybody, let's stand up. Now's the time that you are going to need your ball. And what we're going to do is we are going to practice first, and then we will do it with the music. So, at the very beginning, there is a brass triplet. And you're going to hear the brass family, and they're going to do a little triplet. And it's da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. And we're just going to pass the ball from one hand to the other during that part. And then we are going to bounce the ball during section A, and that is going to be half notes. So half note, half note. 1, 2, 1, 2. Then during the B section, I thought we could conduct in a meter of 2 like we did at the very beginning of the year. So you will conduct 1, 2, bounce on 3, catch on 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it? Let's practice. Triplet. Half note. 1, 2, 1, 2. Half note. Triplet. And bounce. 1, 2, 1, 2. without Miss Lovelady giving you the instructions. Here we go, start with the triplets. Hope you have a great week, little leopards. Have a ball.
Hi everyone, it's Elisa Coffee. I am here to start a new little education series for our young fans at the Arkansas Symphony page. We had a couple school demonstrations set up for the spring, but since everyone is home from school, we thought we would invite you into our homes and share our instruments with you from here. So I'm here today to talk to you about the harp. I'm going to be the first in a series that's introducing you to the instruments of the string family, which are harp, violin, viola, cello, and bass. So the harp has the most strings of anyone in the string family. We also play the strings directly with our fingertips as opposed to using a bow. The harp is also the oldest string instrument that there is. The oldest one that we know of goes back to 3000 BC. King David played the harp in the Bible, and we also know about the harp through ancient artwork. Old harps, or harps, would have started out a lot smaller than this one. And I have a small harp with me at my apartment. I'm going to swing you around and show you. This is my troubadour harp. Today, small harps are used by young students to start out, but they're also played professionally by Celtic musicians, by music therapists who go into hospitals with harps. There are some smaller electric harps as well that musicians will play. So I'm going to play a little piece for you on my troubadour. This is a piece that my students usually learn in their first year of study. This is The Good Little King of Yvetot. If you're interested in picking up a new instrument, we have lots of teachers at the symphony that would love to speak with you. If you're interested in picking up the harp, I would love to talk with you about finding an instrument. It's tricky to do in Arkansas, but it's doable. And there's lots of stores nationwide that are super helpful and have a lot of great rent-to-own programs and trial programs that are affordable and doable, and if it's always something that you thought would be great for your child or for you, I'd love to talk with you about it. I play a lot of classical music at the symphony. We also play a lot of movie music and popular music, and I thought I would close out with a movie song. This is for our Frozen fans. Thanks for listening. We hope to see you soon.